Hey everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, which is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
That's right, and today's episode is called Behind the Scenes, Ridgeland Ranch.
Good job, Flippy.
Yeah. We've been gone for the last couple of weeks, so it feels weird to be in here again, but we're back in the studio.
That's right.
Live.
So Ridgeland Ranch, I don't know how many of you know what that term is, because it's a nickname for the property that we closed back in, what was the close date?
March 25th.
March 25th. So it's a 129 unit in Jackson, Mississippi. Mm-hmm. You're going to be talking about that a little bit more. But the reason that we wanted to share this case study with you is because there was a big, long delay to actually getting closing, to closing. So it's about 6 months from start to finish in terms of the closing issues that we had. So this was a loan assumption. Right. Whenever you're assuming a loan, it means that maybe Flip and I have a loan on a multifamily property, and maybe there's a prepayment penalty associated with it. Mm-hmm. And so you as the buyer come in and negotiate with us and say, hey, I will assume the existing loan that's already on the property. Right. So we don't have to deal with the prepayment penalty. Well, that's what our partners, Ariane and Chris, were doing. It was a loan assumption. So in typical real estate world, there's delays anyway. There's almost always delays. Just count on it. It's part of the real estate game. Mm-hmm. Now, hopefully, as new technology emerges, like blockchain perhaps, there will be less delays. But for now, we're not there. That's right. We're still going to have delays. So in this loan assumption, maybe the attorney asked for something. Maybe the seller asked for something. Maybe the title company asked for something. Maybe the underwriters asked for something. Every time somebody asked for something in the process of this, it took about 2 weeks to go full circle, because then they would ask for it, it would get it, it would go to an attorney to review or an underwriter review or somebody to review, and then something else would come up and they'd go and the process would go again. And so it was like every time that we're submitting these docs, we're like, okay, here's another 2 weeks. Okay, they asked for this. Okay, here's another 2 weeks. And it just went over and over. So it was a very, very long delay. It was frustrating for us, frustrating for our investors, but we stuck in for the long haul, because this was a really good deal, and we're going to talk about that. Yeah,
lots of upside on this one.
That's right.
And it seems like every time hey, how's Ridgeland Ranch going? Well, we're waiting on seller docs. I heard that for 2 months. So Ridgeland Ranch is actually, it's in Mississippi, and it's one of the nicest cities in the Jackson MSA, the surrounding area. And everyone wants to live there. It's got great schools. So that's one of the major reasons why this was not hey, we're going to walk away from this one. We stuck into it.
Yeah. Also, there's some zoning issues there, making it harder or a bigger barrier to entry for other people to come in and build more multifamily properties. And because of the high demand that's already there and the big barrier of entry for other people to then build more, it just means, again, more and more demand. In fact, Chris and Ariane just recently did a video, and they were talking about the fact that they're getting walk-ins. Like, they're not marking at all, and people are walking in asking how much can we rent, units That's for crazy. Here in this area. So there's a huge, huge demand. That's a great opportunity.
Yeah, and 90% of the property was already renovated.
Yes.
So it was just simply underperforming. We always look for the value add. Well, the value add wasn't on renovating. It was already done. The value add was on the management and staff.
Yes.
And so we brought so immediately they're going to bring the income up because of the underperforming asset there, and the expenses are going to go down. So it's huge.
Yeah. And there's, when he talks about that, not only just, so underperforming due to bad management, really. Right. Because even the pool, there's a nice pool there, is green.
Is it not supposed to be green?
No, not supposed to be green.
No,
it's supposed to be blue. So the rents weren't, at the top market rate. The property wasn't being taken care of the way it should. So of course you're not going to get the top market rate. So the whole goal here is just better operations, better staff, better management in place. Clean up the pool. We're going to provide amenities stuff. We're talking about grills and what are those, gazebos. Obviously cleaning up the pool, but just an area where families can go there, since it is such a great area for schools. Families can go and live there, and it's like home, right? They've got a good community, good amenity package there, and something to match what the other apartments there are offering as well. So we're super, super excited. And then we're going to try and refinance in 3 years. And when that refinance happens, I believe we bought it for around $12 million, something in that range. And the anticipation or expectation is to bring value up to around 16 to 17 million within that 3 years. So that's
Nice.
when we say this was a good deal, and
Yeah,
everybody was
exciting.
just sticking around going, we're waiting because
Yep.
this is a good enough deal to just go through the muck and the delays in order to get to the finish line, because it was just fantastic area, fantastic buildings, and lots of opportunity for us and the investors.
Well, awesome. And I think that's it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's it.
Well, excellent. Well, make sure that you are going to our website, Freedom Capital Investments, and join our investor club, because you're going to hear about properties like this.
Yes, because if you weren't on our investor club, you didn't even know about this deal.
Yep.
Because it only got sent to our investors that are in that club, because it was a 506B, which stands for
Buddy.
you have to know us, you have to talk to us in order to see some of these deals. So
Yep. So
ahead.
go to our website, join that investor club.
That's right.
Now we're also on all the social media platforms. We've got our groups out there and the whole team's out there. So if you have any questions, make sure you head out there and get your questions in, or requests or recommendations or anything like that. And make sure you're subscribing on YouTube and giving 5-star reviews and all that fun stuff. But we always end all of our episodes with
invest smart.
live happy. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on this show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss, y'all.